Hey guys, welcome back to this week's video. Thanks so much for stopping by. I'm going to change it up just a tad this week. I'm going to talk about something that's a little time sensitive. It's the Social Intelligence Growth Certification, and it's something that I'm a part of. I'm very excited about, and registration for that class is actually going to be closing soon. So before I get into that, I want to talk about two different scenarios. So imagine you're going on vacation and you decide to go to the San Diego Zoo. Now, I'm not a big fan of zoos. I haven't been to a zoo probably 25 or 30 years, but just go with me for a second. I do have a point. Now, you go to the zoo and you decide to go watch the lions. Maybe there's 2 or 3 lions in their cages or their den or wherever they keep lions. And there's a crowd. They're watching the lion. The lions are acting a certain way, right? They're looking at you. They're probably uncomfortable, and they are just like waiting and salivating for someone to like fall over the ledge so they can have some lunch. But that's scenario number 1, okay, being at the zoo. Scenario number 2 is imagine being in a safari. You're driving through the jungle and you see the elephants and lions and tigers and bears and alligators and whatever else, what other animals you see on safaris. And you notice the lions, and the lions are going to be acting very different, right? They're not being watched. They are hunting. They are mating. They are playing. They are feeding their children, and they are just living their lives as if we weren't there stalking them or watching them. Now, those are 2 different scenarios, but they kind of mean the same thing. If you think about social intelligence or social listening, some people refer to it as audience intelligence, and it's kind of like a focus group, right? You invite someone to a focus group and you get asked a bunch of questions, right? And there's all these people behind a glass door or a glass window, and they are watching your reactions. They are watching how you interact, and certainly they're taking note of your answers as you answer certain questions. Now, there's nothing wrong with focus groups. I think they're very helpful. But what social intelligence does is it gives you the ability to peek into an audience and how they interact with other people, with each other, how they consume content, how they, what channels they're using. And it's all being done in their natural habitat, right? They're not being watched, or so they think. And they're just living their lives, having conversations on social media. And social intelligence gives us a glimpse into what those audiences are talking about. And so a focus group is like going to the zoo, and social intelligence is like going on a safari. Now, I hope that illustration makes sense. And if it doesn't, here's one more. Let's talk reality TV really quick, right? The Bachelor, beautiful people on The Bachelor acting certain ways because there are cameras surrounding everywhere they go. That there's other reality shows like Cheaters is probably one that I can think of that's probably closest to reality TV, where people are being confronted and that they're cheating on their significant other, and they're caught on camera in a way, and their responses are filmed. Now, they realize that they're being recorded, but they're not ready. They didn't practice or prep, or they didn't put makeup on. So that's another example of how I would delineate the difference between focus groups or other like primary research and social intelligence. It's different types of data. Both are very useful, but social intelligence is very important. Now, what the beauty about this is that you don't have to be a data scientist to learn social intelligence. In fact, I teach students at San Jose State, and they're all going into PR, marketing, or journalism. And we spend a significant amount of time going through analytics, because analytics, i.e. social intelligence, are going to be important regardless of where you go. Whether you've been in the industry for 25 years or you're just about ready to start your career. Understanding audiences, understanding analytics is key and critical to the growth for yourself, and also so that you can provide really smart, laser-focused programs and reap the benefits of exponentially higher results once that campaign or program goes live. And the reason why I bring all this up is because I want to talk very quickly about the Social Media Intelligence Certification course. Now, this is a course being put on by the Social Media Intelligence Lab, and I'm a part of it. I'm actually an advisor to the lab, and I'm also one of the instructors for this certification course. And what's exciting about it is that it's a 16-week live learning course with coaching sessions, one-on-one time, hands-on training. But each session is an hour long, and it's broken down into 15-minute increments. So if you need to take one session in the evening before you go to bed, or one in the morning before you start work, it's very easy to access these modules at any time, basically so that you can learn at your own pace. And as I said before, by the way, it's not free, right? This is something that you'll have to pay for, but it is high quality. We're spending lots of time putting together curriculum, partnering with vendors out there who are going to give us access to these platforms for students to learn and do hands-on training. And one thing that excites me is, as someone who hires analytics folks and managers and directors of digital marketing, the first thing I always ask is, what's your acumen, or how do you feel about analytics, or what's your experience in analytics? And so this is a great tool, a great learning experience, a great opportunity for you to learn about social media intelligence from practitioners who are using the platforms every single day. And I highly recommend you check it out. Now, it's not a free course. It is kind of expensive, but it's a great opportunity for you to ask your manager or your company to pay for it as a part of some extended education from your company. So again, Social Media Intelligence Growth Certification course. Highly recommend it. My daughter is a sophomore at UC Santa Barbara, and she's double majoring in communications and data science. And I was, when she told me that was what she wanted to pursue, I was very happy, because it's kind of what I do, right? It's data-driven marketing, data-driven communications. And it's the future, people. It's the future, and you better learn analytics. And again, you don't have to be smart in math. You don't have to have a degree in data science. You don't even have to learn Excel, right? There's free courses everywhere for you to learn Excel. And that's the first step. And then understanding how to apply analytics in the business context. And I hope to have you in one of my sessions. And again, if you have any questions about the curriculum or the material or the courses that I'm facilitating, please reach out on Twitter or LinkedIn, or send me an email. I'm happy to walk you through the outline. But until then, I hope to see you again, and I hope to interact with you. Have a great rest of your week, and I'll talk to you soon. Thank you.